What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have a pretty good video to show you guys today, and at the end, I'm going to explain this all, and it all makes sense in the end, but this should frustrate you. We're talking about Social Security. We're talking about Social Security reform. We're going to listen to Senator Cassidy. He's going to be talking about his plan or lack of a plan. I don't even know. What he is talking about really isn't a plan. So we're going to look at it. We're going to dissect it, and then I'm going to tell you when this video was posted, and that's really going to blow your mind. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Threads, you can at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so before I show you guys this clip, just want you to understand, Congress has gone home for the holidays, so they will return next year, and then they'll start working on the things they want to do in 2024. So I just wanted to make that clear. Let me show you guys this clip first, and then we're going to play it back again. I'm going to show you a few different portions of this clip because we really need to focus on some of the things that he's saying. So here we go.
Welcome back. Shrinking Social Security. We have only a decade left until the federal funds run dry and Social Security goes insolvent. Senator Bill Cassidy is working on a bill to overhaul the program that reportedly includes raising the retirement age from 67 to 70. The senator joins us right now. Senator, it's great to see you this weekend. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for being interested in social. Our plan isn't final. So raising the age is not necessarily part of it. Might be, might not be. But we're choosing to fix Social Security so that people who are on it now don't get a 24% cut. President Biden's choosing to ignore it, which means under current law, people will get a 24% cut in what they're getting from Social Security when the program goes insolvent in 9 years. He chooses to do nothing. We're choosing to save it.
Well, I think that's very well said, and I think you are right about President Biden saying that not saying anything about this. Look, we know that Social Security is going insolvent within a decade. The Committee for a Responsible Budget has been raising the red flag on this, but the president keeps saying that it's Republicans who want to take away American Social Security. I assume he's referring to things like this, your plan to try to keep it solvent. What are the alternatives other than raising the age? What are you looking at in terms of alternatives to that, if that's not part of it?
Under current law, when the program goes insolvent, those folks currently, like right now, depending on social, will get a 24% cut. Or we raise taxes 27%, or if we try and borrow our way out of it, we change the law and borrow our way out of it. We double our national debt, so much so that CBO says they can't even model how bad it will be. That's what President Biden's choosing. We're choosing something different.
Yeah, we're going to learn more because he's coming out with his budget in terms of higher taxes. Are you expecting that the president feels that can be fixed with just raising taxes?
He thinks that you can just raise taxes on the very wealthy. Basically, you cannot do that. That is what he says to pretend that he has a plan. But he knows it won't work. He knows it won't pass. And so, but he gives him kind of a fig leaf of kind of credibility. It's only a fig leaf. He's choosing to let the program go insolvent. We're choosing to fix it.
Yeah, well, you're right. There's no plan so far to fix Social Security out of the White House, so we'll be watching the timing on this.
Okay, so there was Senator Cassidy talking about his plan, or lack thereof a plan. Did he say anything about a plan? I played this back 5 times, and I was listening for his plan. And the reporter, the interviewer, did a really poor job of holding him to anything. She actually asked him the question, what is your plan?
And I think you are right about President Biden saying that not saying anything about this. Look, we know that Social Security is going insolvent within a decade. The Committee for a Responsible Budget has been raising the red flag on this, but the president keeps saying that it's Republicans who want to take away American Social Security. I assume he's referring to things like this, your plan to try to keep it solvent. What are the alternatives other than raising the age? What are you looking at in terms of alternatives to that, if that's not part of it?
Under current law, when the program goes insolvent, those folks currently, like right now, depending on social, will get a 24% cut. Or we raise taxes 27%, or if we try and borrow our way out of it, we change the law and borrow our way out of it. We double our national debt, so much so that CBO says they can't even model how bad it will be. That's what President Biden's choosing. We're choosing something different.
And he goes into, the White House wants to do this, they want to do that, and they want to do this. But we have a plan to fix it. Okay, what is your plan? Because the interviewer started off by asking him, or by telling him, pretty much putting out there the fact that they want to raise the full retirement age to 70. And then what does he say? He backpedals on that and says, well, I don't know if that's going to be in our bill. So, it could be in, it might not be in, So he's not giving us anything when it comes to a plan, but he's criticizing the White House, criticizing the president for not having a plan when he didn't put forward anything. Okay, so this was back in March. This video was posted back in March. In February and March, we had this nonpartisan group of senators that were trying to put together some plan for Social Security reform. Guess what? It went nowhere. It went absolutely nowhere. This is all we got. We didn't get any details when it came to a plan. And obviously, they didn't have a proposal because they didn't put anything forward and nothing was voted on or anything like that. And like I said, Congress is on, they're on recess right now. So they're pretty much done for the year, or they are done for the year. They'll start back up in January and we'll see what happens then. But this is what politicians do. You're going to criticize the president, and President Biden hasn't moved forward with anything when it comes to, Social Security reform. Now, he hasn't pushed for anything when it comes to Social Security reform. So I will say that. But when you have lawmakers that are criticizing him for not putting a plan forward, when he has said that he agrees with the Social Security 2100 Act, so he's for that plan. He's not really for Bernie Sanders' plan, only because of raising the cap, the raising the cap of $250,000 or more. He doesn't want to raise taxes on people making $400,000 or less. That's the president's view. So he can't be for a plan that raises taxes on people making $250,000 or more. So that's where he is when it comes to Bernie Sanders' plan. But when it comes to Representative Larson's plan, he's for that plan. Social Security 2100 Act, he has said that he's for that plan. So when it comes to Senator Cassidy, back in March, he's talking all this stuff about, we're going to have a plan. We're going to put this plan forward, and look at the White House. They don't even have a plan. All they want to do is raise taxes. That's their plan, which the reality is they're going to have to raise taxes in order to reform Social Security. That's the reality. The payroll tax, people who are working right now, paying into that payroll tax, that is going to have to be raised in order for us to have Social Security for another 75 years without seeing a cut. And so Senator Cassidy is criticizing the White House for not having a plan, but guess what? They didn't produce anything all year. They had the whole year to produce something, and nothing happened. And so this is what I'm talking about when you have lawmakers that will attack the other side. I don't care if they're Democrats or Republicans. In this case, when it comes to Republicans, they're more apt to want to raise that full retirement age up to 70. They're more apt to want to cut Social Security. And that's just the reality. You have lawmakers that are out there right now, Republican lawmakers out there right now that are talking about this. Okay, so I'm not just making this up. This is what's being talked about. This is what's happening. And that's why I think Senator Cassidy kind of tried to pull off the full retirement age, raising that full retirement age up, because he knows that if you want to put together a bipartisan bill, you're probably not going to have raising the full retirement age in that, because you're going to have Democrats that are going to be against that. So it probably wouldn't go very far. Or if they raise the full retirement age, it would probably be 1 year. So raise it from 67 to 68, but no further. So you're not going to see a big raise it to 70. That just wouldn't happen. Now, I do want to say, when it comes to raising the full retirement age and when it comes to cuts to Social Security, what Senator Cassidy was saying, and he was trying to, scare the American people. That's the way I see it. When it comes to saying, look, if we do nothing in 10 years, you're going to see a 24% cut in Social Security benefits. So he's saying that, but then he is also entertaining, or at least leaving it on the table, raising the full retirement age to 70. You raise the full retirement age to 70, that would be a 21% cut. So it would be 21% cut right now if you raise a full retirement age. So right now you wouldn't have the 10 years of not seeing that cut. So you'd have a 21% cut right now, or a 24% cut in 10 years. And the reason that I say and or is because if they get their way of raising the full retirement age to 70, that's not going to be enough to reform Social Security. So what that's going to mean is you're going to take a 21% cut when they raise a full retirement age to 70, or when it matures to 70. We don't know how long that's going to take. Will it take 10 years? Will it take more? We don't know. So when it matures to that 70, the 70 level, so age 70, that's when you'll see the full 21% cut. And then if they haven't done anything else to Social Security, to reform Social Security, because as I stated, raising the full retirement age is not enough, then now we're going to be looking at more cuts, because it will automatically show cuts, because the trust fund will completely be depleted. And so at that point, we'll be looking at a 24% cut. So we'll have a 24% cut plus raising the full retirement age of a 21% cut. We could be looking at like almost 45%, 50% cut across the board when it comes to Social Security, just because lawmakers, they don't want to put a plan together that has either raising the cap, so people that are wealthy pay more in taxes when it comes to the payroll tax, or raising the payroll tax across the board. So everyone will pay an increase, maybe 1% or 2% across the board. So I just wanted to show you guys this and just show you how Senator Cassidy, and I remember when he posted this video, I might have actually reported on this already. I think I did. I might have shown a video with this already, but it's just interesting. This is posted back in March. He's talking about a plan. We have this plan to move forward. This is what we're going to do. This is going to be, this is going to be great. And the White House, they don't have a plan. They haven't even put a budget forward, this and that. And guess what? A year, pretty much the whole year has gone by, and Senator Cassidy never brought that plan to anything. We never saw that plan. We never saw the proposal. So all talk, no action. That's what we see a lot when it comes to these lawmakers. But they criticize other people for not doing anything, and they're doing the same thing. They're not doing anything. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know down below. The only thing I can think is maybe next year, 2024, it's an election season, maybe we will see this bipartisan plan that they were working on for the last year and never showed us anything or told us anything about. Maybe we'll see that early next year. That's the hope, right? We'll just have to see what happens. Let me know your comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.